Good day, writers. We are looking at the next best thing to do, and implied in the title is the big uh-oh, something has gone wrong. I'm not on the best track that I can be on, but it happens. It happened to Moses when he took credit for bringing water from the rock, and it happens to us when we somehow shift focus from the prize to the practice, and begin to manufacture the results, and the results really may be they may be consistent with what you think a religious person does, a spiritual person does, but ultimately they are empty, and you will ultimately bankrupt your spiritual, you'll bankrupt your heart and come to a point where you realize that you have not been walking with God, not been walking with the Holy Spirit, that somewhere along the road you took a different direction, but somehow didn't recognize that God was no longer with you. And God doesn't abandon you, does his utmost to be tapping you on the shoulder, whispering in your ear, putting up the signs that will lead you back to the track you need to be on, the best thing. But you have to do the next best thing, and the next best thing is all pretty typical, and you should get add it to your repertoire in your walk, because it will be emptying yourself out, humbling yourself before God, and seeking God in the most humble manner you've ever known, and you will be restored. But it's something that we do, and I think it has something to do with the greatness we were created to be, and we just inadvertently walk away from God, stray from God, believing we have a handle on it, as Moses believed he had a handle on the staff. We put that becomes our reality, but ultimately we realize all of our time was spent for naught, because it has no foundation, no heavenly foundation, and we must return to God and humble ourselves. And in a way, it's a spiritual prodigy son metaphor, where we don't mean to wander away. It's just something we do, and it's something that in your walk can be fixed. The more you do it, the more you recognize the signs that, oh, hey, God is not, is what am I doing? God's not in this. What am I doing? And I've heard it from individuals that believe they've had one gift or another, and and they talk about it as if it's a curse. And when they're discussing it, it they tend to use the word "I" a lot. I this and I that, and at that point, you realize that they've somehow parted ways with the Holy Spirit, and believing that they are all responsible, or eh, let me be more specific, I am all responsible. Oh, why is it all on me? Well, that's a pretty good red flag that you need to really be taking a look and listening to the Holy Spirit, and you humble yourself before God, and you ask God the most basic of question, and uh, in your emptiness, that you will identify what that question needs to be, and you will be restored. You will be restored in your emptiness. And so, Mr. Chambers says, "Blessed are the poor in spirit," is a good verse to identify what needs to happen when we detour and need to get put back on track. Till we ride again, ride on.